Ladies and gentlemen, let me don my intellectual regalia and embark on this epistemological roller coaster. We stand at the nexus of public discourse and medical malpractice, analyzing the latest online spectacle where Destiny, the cerebral tactician of Twitch, finds himself embroiled in a digital kerfuffle of epic proportions.
It's Ethan Klein from...
Is this guy an actual doctor?
It's Ethan Klein from H3 Podcast on Ozempic. I'm Real Dr. Bay, TikTok, semaglutide, and tirzepatide expert. Ethan Klein recently went on a podcast and said that he lost over 100 pounds. And when asked how he did it, he said he stopped eating, which is technically true because these medications do suppress your appetite, so you do eat less. Do I think Ethan Klein owes it to his audience to tell him the truth if he is on these weight loss medications? No, I don't think because I don't believe his whole brand is about weight loss. The same way Oprah and Kelly Clarkson, their whole brand for decades have been about weight loss. And so I do think they owe it to their followers to admit if they found a secret to losing weight after all those years. The good thing and bad thing about these GLP-1 receptor agonists is they work so well that it's kind of hard to hide that you lost so much weight. It's Ethan.
How the f do you possibly know someone is on Ozempic? What? Like, there's a million other things that could explain weight loss. Medication-wise, I think all stimulants can lead to weight loss. There are diseases that could cause you to lose weight. You could have cancer. You could have some kind of other thing. You could have like tooth pain that makes you eat less. Okay, one of the ways you know if your animal's teeth are unhealthy is if they start losing weight. There's like a billion other things that could make you lose weight. How could you know it's Ozempic? You could be dieting and exercising. That could make you lose weight. Why would you come on here and just say, like, if this guy's a doctor, he should lose his license? This guy can't be a licensed professional, is he? Where's Mr. Girl at? If he is, this guy should be reported. And he should either lose his license or have like a suspension plus reprimand. This is insane. Why would you say this as a... But he might not be a real doctor. I don't know. He's a plastic surgeon? If he's a plastic surgeon, then I feel like he should know even better. Isn't plastic surgery like one of the most competitive surgical fields to be in? Is it the most competitive surgical field to be in? Board certified plastic surgeon. Somebody should report him. That's wild. That's wild. Of office? What do you mean? The same way you would impeach anybody, no? Remember, impeachment is twofold. You're removed from office, and it prevents you from holding future office. That's why the Senate Republicans didn't want to convict Trump in the Senate once he was impeached in the House, because they knew then he wouldn't be able to run again for office.
What, pray tell, ignited this conflagration of controversy? It is none other than a so-called doctor on TikTok postulating with the arrogance of an oracle that Ethan Klein, the H3 podcast maestro, has been clandestinely cavorting with the pharmaceutical wonder known as Ozempic. But let's hit the brakes on this runaway train of conjecture. The very notion that one could ascertain the use of a specific medication like Ozempic simply by gazing into the pixelated abyss of a YouTube video is not just preposterous, it's a flagrant act of intellectual malpractice. Destiny, ever the guardian of rational discourse, swoops in like a hawk with talons sharpened by logic, ready to dismantle this quackery with the precision of a surgeon's scalpel. He doesn't just challenge the claim, he eviscerates it, laying bare the absurdity of such an ungrounded diagnosis. Let's be clear here, weight loss, like the myriad threads of human experience, is an intricate tapestry woven from countless factors. There are medications, diseases, lifestyle changes, and even mental health issues that can all contribute to shedding pounds. To single out one possibility, as this TikTok charlatan has done, is to ignore the vast ocean of variables that could explain Ethan Klein's transformation. Destiny, wielding his epistemic sword, slices through this nonsense, reminding us that correlation does not equal causation, and in this case, there isn't even a clear correlation. Destiny's incredulity is not just understandable, it is justified. Here we have a so-called doctor making a public diagnosis without so much as a whiff of evidence. This isn't just irresponsible, it's dangerous. The Hippocratic Oath, the very bedrock of medical ethics, demands that doctors do no harm. And yet, here is a man who, with reckless abandon, tosses this principle aside like yesterday's garbage. Destiny, in his relentless pursuit of truth, raises the question that should be on everyone's mind: is this man even qualified to practice medicine? If he is, then the licensing board should seriously reconsider their standards. In a world where misinformation spreads like wildfire, it is figures like Destiny who stand as the vanguard against the rising tide of ignorance. He calls for accountability, rightfully so. If this doctor is indeed licensed, then there must be consequences for this flagrant breach of professional conduct. If not, then this individual has no business pontificating on matters of health. In either case, the damage done by such baseless claims is incalculable. We live in an era where the trust in medical professionals is already precarious. Adding fuel to the fire with unfounded accusations only exacerbates this crisis. This situation serves as a microcosm of a larger issue plaguing the digital age, the erosion of expertise. In a world where everyone with a smartphone can play doctor, the line between qualified advice and quackery has become dangerously blurred. Destiny's reaction is not just about defending Ethan Klein, it's about defending the sanctity of knowledge itself. In this battle, he is not merely a participant, he is a champion, standing firm against the encroaching darkness of misinformation. But let's not overlook the broader implications of this fiasco. The fact that a TikTok video can generate such a furor is a testament to the power and peril of social media. The platforms that were once heralded as the democratizers of knowledge have become breeding grounds for ignorance. Destiny's crusade against this TikTok doctor is, in essence, a battle for the soul of the internet. Will it be a place where truth prevails, or will it succumb to the siren song of sensationalism? Destiny's critique goes beyond mere condemnation, it's a clarion call for responsibility. He demands that those who wield influence, especially in the realm of health, do so with care and integrity. The consequences of failing to do so are dire. In a world where public health has become a matter of life and death, the spread of misinformation is not just irresponsible, it's lethal. And so, as we navigate this treacherous terrain, let us heed Destiny's warning. The internet may be a wild frontier, but it is one where the stakes are higher than ever. In this battle for truth, there is no room for half measures. We must be vigilant, we must be critical, and above all, we must hold those who spread misinformation accountable. In conclusion, Destiny's reaction to this TikTok doctor is more than just a critique, it's a manifesto for a new age of digital discourse. It's a reminder that in a world awash with information, the truth is more precious than ever. And those who seek to distort it must be met with the full force of reason, logic, and, yes, a healthy dose of righteous indignation. Because at the end of the day, the truth is worth fighting for, and Destiny is leading the charge.